All right, guys, and welcome to another edition of Just a Couple Guys Talking Football with you. Well, we saw it go down. We saw that Tate was right. Seattle Seahawks took care of the New England Patriots 29-13. 29-13. Am I right on the final score?
Yeah, I had 31-20, so pretty close.
Pretty close. Listen.
Can we just get this out of the way real quick? How awesome? How about those Minnesota Vikings and getting rid of Sam Darnold?
Well, I think it definitely. I think it costs.
By the way, guess who also was an offensive coordinator there too? Clint Kubiak.
Yeah. I'll be honest with you, dude. I 100%. If I'm the listen, it cost the GM his job. It cost him his job. They let Sam Darnold walk, and I don't know now.
The head coach part of that though too.
Now I'm hearing conflicting reports, of course, because of course the guy that's gone out, he's the bad guy. Everybody's staking him in the heart.
Of course, you got to make a bad guy, but the head coach has something to do with it.
I would definitely say that Kevin O'Connell signed off on whatever. The GM's Quesiodo Fomensa signed off. It did. So I would definitely, I 100% agree with you. But yes, I definitely think that the egg on his face of I wasn't the GM to re-sign Sam Darnold was definitely a little bit of a factor in, I think, getting fired. The guy goes to the Super Bowl.
I just thought it was absolutely ridiculous after the year he had last year.
Two games.
I know he freaking kind of sputtered out at the end, but they're like 13-4 going into the postseason. Sam Darnold was balling out. He kind of maybe dropped an egg in the first round of the playoffs for the Vikings 2 years ago, but I don't know. I just why are you getting rid of him? Why are you not re-signing him?
Well, and listen, hindsight's definitely going to be 2020 on this one, but I'm going to be honest with you though too. You're absolutely right. He won 14 games in the regular season. Yeah, he had bad 2 last games. It doesn't mean that, listen,
who cares?
He did amazing. And look at, Seattle had no question marks about it. By the way, Mike McDonald actually even said, I think in a post-game interview, they're like, hey man, we were all about Sam Darnold. John Schneider was a part of it.
Shanahan was saying it too on the pregame.
Yeah. He was ready.
Because they asked him because he's like, he was like, we're rooting for him. He goes, they're my rivals, obviously, so I don't really want him to win. But he's like, we didn't do anything for him. We let Sam be Sam. He goes, we gave him a few tools, but it was there.
Yeah.
Getting back to what we were talking about last week about our prediction about this, because you were like, Kubiak's looking for another job.
No, listen.
Distraction.
I was wrong. I agree.
Vrabel, McDaniels has been there, done that. 9 Super Bowls. This is 10.
I was dead wrong.
Vrabel's changing culture. My whole thing going into this, the Patriots got sacked 6 times each in the playoffs before going into it. So against the Chargers, against the Texans, against the Broncos, it heavily pressured all the time. So it was clear to me as clear day as they finally faced some defense. And if it wasn't for the Texans freaking handing them the ball, as many turnovers as it is, I really think that the Texans have a shot to beat them. And then obviously what we've
C.J. Stroud.
Was absolutely terrible. But like I said, 2 weeks ago at the Broncos, Sean Payton lost them a game, and that game would have been decided in the second quarter, just the turn of weather. So, to me, I have not been impressed with him. Vrabel did a hell of a job. It is very impressive. But you and I were even kind of going back. I don't know. Are they for real? The Patriots for real? Look at their,
Listen, I'm with
schedule,
you. And shame on me. Strength of schedule. You and I talked about it when the game, when the AFC, NFC championship games were first over. That first reaction that we both had when we talked on the phone was the Seahawks are just going to cream them. And I credit you for sticking with it because I started a process and I'm gonna defend my point, but I'm also gonna eat crow here and say something to you that I put too much into Mike Vrabel and Josh McDaniels being seasoned coaches that they were gonna find out something different to carry their teams. And I'm sorry to say, because whatever game plan that Josh McDaniels had for this game was not very good. Was not very good. And I think you're right. I think, you called them out at one point. They were lucky to be where they were. They were
showing completely different blitzes. They even said that on the TV cast of it, that they've been showing all kinds of different blitzes. They haven't really shown too much all year. The thing is that corner blitz they kept doing, 7 times they ran that.
Now here's the problem. Okay, and this is a great point right here, and this is why I'm kind of hammering Vrabel and Josh McDaniels right here. Because if you ran a play 7 times, it's Witherspoon. He's coming. You have to account for him sooner or later.
You know what they were doing, PJ? Is that guy's flagged by the quarterback and they're rolling away from him. There's no way Drake May can freaking
crazy.
See behind
listen, my hats are. I'm with you. I'm saying that you're right, and I'm also arguing and saying what infuriated me about if I was watching it from a Patriots side thing, because that's what I'm trying to process here. Because if I'm trying to watch it from the Patriots side of thing, I would be so frustrated with this game, and that's what I'm trying to say to you.
The Patriots did like what the Broncos used to do back in the 80s. They overachieved. In my opinion, they got a good team.
Great way to put it.
I think they're a year or two away. I've been saying it all year.
No, listen, man.
Vrabel did a great job. Josh McDaniels did a great job. I think Drake May's overrated. Who do they play all year?
I'm just gonna.
And what happened when they got in the playoffs? Their offense looked terrible. Their defense carried them. Their defense started off the game really good. My thing is the Seahawks had more dogs than them. It's plain and simple.
Yeah, and if you heard, I don't know if and some of the people I listened to today, I listened to Chris Sims talk about his reaction after last night with Tony Dungy and Jason Garrett, just a preface. I listened to Dan Patrick talk today, to Russ Tucker, Bill Cowher, that kind of thing. If you heard the thing that you heard on the sidelines was the Patriots did not look the same way the Seahawks did on the sideline before the game. That was it. Like the Patriots look like, are we going to try to pull this off?
Yeah, I heard Vrabel was yelling at him like, "Calm down, guys, calm down."
Yeah, like calm down, get your nerves about you. Because the Seahawks you're right, they were dogs. They were ready to go. They were like, "Let's go, we're ready. Let's go, let's play."
Yeah. And good for my keys to the Seahawks is, because I texted you earlier because it looked like Kubiak abandoned the run at the beginning of the game, and then he came back because the first play was outside zone to freaking Kenneth Walker to the third, to the left side of the line, and it was a first down, and then it kind of got really pass happy, but he came back to it. And
I think you're right. I think he rattled off 4 passes in a row right after that, and it's like, dude, Kenneth Walker looks amazing.
They had 3 series where they're passing it's like, run the ball, man.
Yeah.
But this is why I will always defend the Mike Shanahan, Gary Kubiak tree. That's right there where you saw it. It's freaking wear you down, and then boom, play action, freaking dump to it down the field, and then just keep pounding your butt into the ground. And then their defense, the Seahawks defense, and I knew it.
Yeah, they played lights out. They played listen, and I'm just going to say this. The Seahawks played lights out defense, especially because when a team decides not to try to do anything different when you do it, what do we always say if a run play works? Keep running, right? Same thing with a defense. If a defense works, keep running it until they stop it. And the Patriots just refuse to stop it. So, yeah, my hat's off to the Seahawks defense. They played great. And they knew exactly how to pressure Drake May to the point to where he was going to make too many mistakes later in the game, right? And that's exactly what happened.
All you had to do is watch the Charger game, the Texan game, and the Bronco game.
Listen, the evidence
The Broncos
is out
defense
there,
did the same thing. Did the same thing to the Patriots. Did the exact same thing. Held them to 10 points. Gave the game away, but not kicking a field goal to win the game in the second quarter. But that's what I was saying. And I think the Rams would have smoked them too.
I think the Rams would have smoked the Patriots.
And honestly, the Bears would have got in. The Bears would have beat them.
You know what? I
really do.
I hate to say this because I sat there going like, man, if we would have got past Seattle, we would have kicked the Patriots' butt. Because here's the thing. Sooner or later, the Patriots are not going to score that many points because I have to say, it was very unmanaged imaginative on that defense or on that offense that we watched. Just wasn't. There wasn't a lot there, and it stunk to watch.
Kyle Shanahan brought up a good point about the Patriots. He's like they take way too many shots so deep, way too much in a game, and if they hit them, the game's over. But that's a big of a risk you're going to take.
And listen, and one thing I want to talk about though too is the Patriots tried at the beginning of the game. You could tell by the way they were playing defense, and this was brought up with numerous people today, because the Patriots went crazy on defense, and their defense, for the most part in the first half, played pretty well. Holding a team that did that much better than yours to only not 3 field goals is pretty good. And I was even like, okay, like at halftime, I was like, dude, it's 9-0. The Patriots could come back and they could storm in and do this thing. And then, of course, they just were flat and nothing came about of anything. I don't know. I mean, listen, the Patriots.
I don't even think it's that. I think the Patriots were prepared to play, like I was telling you earlier today. I think the Seattle Seahawks are just that much better of a team.
Yeah. Well, I got to say the talent. The talent wise was was night and day. It was night and day.
I think if the Broncos got in with Bo and Dobbins, I think it would have gave them a game. I don't think they would have won. If they would have gone with Jared Stidham, it probably would have looked the same as the Patriots. I think the Seahawks would have buried them pretty good.
Listen,
I think this was the Seahawks year, but I mean, the Rams are probably the only team all year to compete with them. So,
and this is the point too of like why I kind of thought about picking the Patriots was I was like, okay, so the Seahawks played the Niners for the 3rd time in the playoffs, and then they played the Rams for the 3rd time in the playoffs. I was like, hey man, sooner or later, keys are unlocked, and I'm like, maybe they do well against the teams that they play against.
Can we talk about another thing too? Is how come all playoffs? The penalties are sure less.
Isn't it crazy how, I don't even think we got a holding penalty in this game. Did we get one?
There's a holding when Walker took it to the house. They called it back.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're right. There was one holding penalty because I did.
Every game, they barely called any penalties. And I'm like, okay, so but every regular season game, penalty, no matter who you're watching, penalty. So it's like, oh, we're going to let them play now?
I'm very curious about that, too, because like you and I talked about a couple years ago, like when the Chiefs beat, I think, the Eagles or whoever the heck they beat the last time. I was like, oh, yeah, no penalty there. There's no holding. Oh, it was against the Niners the last time. They didn't even have a holding penalty. The team that held the most all year, that basically had like 3 or 4 in their pocket ready to hand to you at all times, did not get a holding penalty. You're right. I'm sorry.
Don't worry. We get to deal with this come September next year with
it's going to be the same thing. You know why? And I'm sorry.
Mahomes, because
he's
coming back from a knee surgery, and oh my gosh.
You got to make sure you protect your product, right? Got to protect the product. Hey, listen, man, here's the other thing. And the other thing I'm going to say of why we're going to be talking about this again is because the NFL is not going to change anything with the officiating from now until then. Because you know what? No one's complaining about officiating after the Super Bowl right now, right?
Yeah, because it
wasn't there. It wasn't there. You didn't even have to complain about it. Now, I'm going to say this. I didn't see anything egregious that should have been called, by the way.
No,
I mean,
it was a clean game, but still... There's still so many ticky-tack fouls they could have called.
That they would call during the regular season. And that's what I agree with. It's like, why is it not a penalty now?
All postseason, they didn't do it at all. Every game. The officiating was...
So here's the point that always drives me insane about it, and I think it drives you crazy, is like, it's not consistent enough. Like, I can't even tell you sometimes what pass interference is because it's not ever called the same. Nobody knows.
Nobody knows what holding is. It's like the Buffalo Bills. The Buffalo Bills game.
Okay, wait.
Denver Broncos, Buffalo Bills. The Bills' last drive. Broncos had them backed up, and Josh Allen drops back in the end zone. There's 3 holding penalties on the Broncos defenders of literally around the neck. They would have called that. If they would have called that holding, safety, Broncos win the game, Bo Nix doesn't get hurt. Bo Nix does not get hurt. Like, I don't I don't know what holding is anymore. I think I know what holding is. I don't know what pass interference is.
What I was going to ask you is, because it's usually a thing that it's said, and you played offensive line, can you call holding on every play?
Yes.
Yeah, exactly, right? Because generally there's some kind of hold going on. It depends on how you play.
You can call hands to the face by defenders almost every play, too.
Every play, too, right? Yeah, because their hands are in your face every time. That's how they do it. They just do it fast, right?
I like the product so much better when they don't overdo these penalties. I think it's so much better because the game's already long enough, especially the Super Bowl. With
actually,
all the stupid
can
Super
I
Bowl
say that might have been one of the fastest Super Bowls I've seen too? By the way, it was.
Yeah, there wasn't any penalties.
I was like, oh my god, it's like 10 p.m. my time, 9 p.m. yours.
Yeah,
I'm like,
with
the game's over. With a longer halftime, I'm like, this game's over. Like, it's over. Yeah, it was crazy. I thought it was super fast.
Yeah, I thought it was for me, obviously still upset. By the way, watching that game, I just made me more upset with Sean Payton.
Yeah, wow.
Not that the Broncos would have got there.
Well, Tate, your hate for Sean Payton could be like the source of the sun. Like, I mean, I don't think anything's ever going to cool it down.
I don't know. They should have been in the Super Bowl. They're a much better team than.
And you and I talked about this yesterday.
Their O-line would have held up a hell of a lot better than the Patriots. Even with Jared stupid Stidham back there.
And you know what? I think Sean Payton would have actually done an offensive game plan way better than whatever Josh did, because I don't even know what that was. And that was disappointing. As someone that's been in his 10th Super Bowl, that was a horrible display of a
Maybe it's rigged. Maybe.
I doubt that. Come on now.
Joking.
Why? So Seattle?
No, but my key to the I think you got to give Kenneth Walker a third. God, he's a baller. God, it'd be great. The Broncos got him. I know he's going to be.
You jumped on it, and I love it. So Tate is talking about what we're going to start doing, folks, for you guys, is we're going to start talking about our guys of the game. And we're going to have a few of them this one. At least I'm going to have a few. But Kenneth Walker, for sure, is one of our guys of the game, because we're just a couple guys talking football, so he's one of our guys. So Kenneth Walker played unbelievably. And shame on me, because I actually said when Zach Charbonnet went down, I think it was like towards the latter part of the season, right? Like it was second to last game. I think he went down in the Niners game. And I was like, that's going to unlock Kenneth Walker, because he plays so well when he's a primary and not splitting carries. Because, man, that other guy, whatever, the Holini or whatever, Greg Holini or whatever, the backup for Seattle, he barely rushed. And Kenneth Walker just went out there and did his thing. And very patient of a runner, did amazing. I totally agree with you. I want to give somebody some accolades from the first half at least, and this guy played his heart out. Christian Gonzalez on the Patriots, that cornerback, he tried, man. Because that play he made when they
broke up quite a few. Yeah,
when they tested him on that deep one, and he just reached out there at that last time and pushed it away. I looked at my family. I said, that's one of the better cornerback plays I've seen in this whole season. Mm-hmm. It was unbelievable. Yep. So listen, that guy tried his dangdest. But, so I just want to make sure that we talked about him. Listen, you brought it up too, that tight end, AJ Barner. What a gamer. Played great. And I had a feeling, I did take him for an anytime touchdown. I had a feeling that he would do something. Yep. Julian Love with an interception. Great. Dude, Witherspoon, by the way, was a monster in this game. And I liked watching him. I think he's a kid. He came from Illinois. And yeah, he just a monster.
The biggest thing for Seattle is their offensive line. They play great. Sam Darnold hung in there too. He probably should have got sacked a few times, but
did you see how well he played? Just evading sacks. I gotta say,
he was the number one draft pick. He just went to crappy organizations.
This
is Bill Parcells' biggest beef.
Fifth overall pick. Yeah. I said a couple years ago, I thought he was going to take the San Francisco 49ers to the promised land. I thought because of Brock Purdy's injury. I called it on this show before you were
on. Probably should have kept him there, honestly.
They probably should have.
Purdy's reached his ceiling, but which we talked about all year. Going to be the same thing next year, too. They're going to be good and get to the playoffs and not do anything.
Yeah.
Their offensive line, amazing. they're just loaded everywhere. They drafted well, and this is my whole thing about drafting well. This is what happens when you draft well.
Yeah, and by the way,
you don't have to get all these stupid free agents, and then you just upload a few free agents when you're just a few players away.
Well, you bring up drafting well, and we talked about this briefly, but I want to get your thoughts on
the Seattle Seahawks since Pete Carroll's days. They've always drafted well, always.
Well, John Schneider's been there since Pete Carroll.
Yeah.
Now here's the thing. A lot of these picks that played, like a lot of guys that made a factor in this game.
From the Russell Wilson trade.
From the Russell Wilson trade. How does that make you feel?
Good, because we got... No.
It makes you feel okay.
Yeah. Makes me feel Broncos are great.
Yeah, Broncos are great.
Everybody said with the Russell Wilson trade, good move by the Broncos. But...
I did. I was the one banging the drum.
We all did, and nobody knew it was going to be the crap what it was. But the problem was they paid him way too soon before watching him play.
Totally agree.
That was the thing.
And I was,
which the Miami Dolphins
and
the Arizona Cardinals are in the same boat with Kyle Murray and Tua. So yeah, but yeah, I mean, but now since then the Broncos have drafted well. That's where they're at right now. It's draft picks, except for
now the money's gone, right? Now the Russell Wilson money's gone for you guys, right?
$35 million free. Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely. Like for me, I go after Kenneth Walker. I know he's going to want a lot of money, but
dude, listen.
Do you think Seattle re-signs him?
You guys got to go.
He goes to the Raiders. I can see him going to the Raiders. The Clint.
I'll be honest. Well, no, not with Genty there. You're not going to do that with Genty.
Why?
Unless you're going to try to trade Genty.
Yeah, but is Genty's on a first draft pick, hasn't proven anything, and there's not like this dead cap space with him.
I would say this. I would think that the Las Vegas Raiders have bigger fish to fry with their salary cap than the running back. You're right. Kenneth Walker could maybe make a difference there, but I think they have bigger fish to fry. Why don't we get somewhat of an O-line to block for someone anyway?
Or Derek Carr.
Derek Carr. Well, what? No, they're going to get Mendoza, so what does it matter?
No, he's coming back. He's coming out of retirement. That's a rumor.
Oh, is it? That's what he's coming for.
Big rumor.
Big rumor?
Coming back for Clint because he loved him when he was with the Saints. And going back to the Raiders.
Okay, so...
And then you still draft Mendoza.
Yeah, because then you can learn. Mendoza. Because he would just learn.
He's going to beat out Mendoza.
Okay.
You upgrade your O-line right there. It's not bad. He sat out a year.
Yeah, I just think, okay, listen, all I'm saying is the Raiders are a few more pieces
Jim Schwartz
away.
is your D coordinator. Raiders are...
Well, okay, but then they have to trade for him because that's the whole thing, because technically the Browns... Well, no, but yes, he did. So he's retired. He's retired right now, but technically the Cleveland Browns own his contract.
They still own him.
So basically, he had to retire or he had to show up to work. So they're going to try to get a draft pick for him, which, by the way, give him a 6th-round pick and do it. Okay, last thing I want to say, Seattle Seahawks special teams this whole game, by the way, lights out. Kicker played great. Punter played awesome. Man, they were pinned back all the time. I got to say, good for Seattle because, they finally found their stride later on in the game offensively, and it really worked. And Kenneth Walker had a great game. Sam Darnold, hats off to you. But, man, Seattle Seahawks special teams won't get talked about enough. That was one of the nails in the coffin. I mean, there was many nails in the coffin for the Patriots, obviously, and part of that was the Patriots
coaching tree. It's only Sean McVay and Clint Kubiak who have Super Bowls.
Hey, listen, I'm just going to tell you this.
Kyle never did it. LaFleur's never done it.
Clint Kubiak's strategy in calling that game was great, and it was awesome, and my hat's off to him, and he seems really excited about the Las Vegas Raiders, and I'm really excited if he's really excited, and I wish him nothing but the best. I really do, and that's my thing with that. But one of the last things I wanted to talk about, though, too, was... Folks, if you listen to our show, which we will be continuing on our show, like at least once a week, whatever, we got draft to talk about free agency. To the listeners that don't know my friend Tate well enough, he will be dining out on the Super Bowl pick for the rest of the offseason. So he will bring it up on multiple occasions. He will let me know that I was wrong and he was right. So just be prepared sometimes because this will be.
Right about the Carolina Panthers.
And he was right about Sam Darnold with the Vikings. Hang on, keep going. Go ahead, just hit me with them all right now.
Sean Payton with the Denver Broncos.
Yeah.
Most overrated play caller around.
So
we all saw it.
We all have to be ready. Just for listeners of this show, we all have to be ready. Tate's gonna hit us with his which is right.
Don't worry, I'll let you guys know that I'm right. So, it's usually about 90%. Was wrong about the Bears. Was wrong about the Browns. I thought they'd be a little bit better.
Mm-hmm. Hey, but listen. But hey,
Falcons is pretty dead on.
We got the combine in like 14 days. We have so much to talk about. Can't wait.
About the combine. God,
Me either. God,
but honestly, watch if the kid can play football.
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
How many freaks are there besides like Myles Garrett and J.J. Watt and Clowney, who's a clown?
But Clowney only got that draft pick because of that tackle. That one tackle against Michigan is what got him the pick. That's exactly what
let's look at it's pretty obvious you can play football. Like,
yeah, drill's not going to.
Jerry Rice ran a 4.6 40. He's slow. Okay, he's a Hall of Famer. I mean, the best.
I think what you're trying to say here, and I agree with you, is the hype about the combine and the stuff that happens.
I think they should do pro days, and I know the combine makes money for the NFL Network, but they should do pro days.
And it also helps the kids that are number one picks
or review film.
Yeah.
So I mean, because look how many 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th undrafted have amazing careers. Oh no, he didn't have a good combine, or he didn't even get invited to the combine. But I mean,
it's crazy.
But the best organization, take it for what it is.
Yeah,
because the tape don't lie. You can lie on I can right now. Or when I was 21 years old, done with football, I could go and train in Arizona with a speed specialist and get my 40 down to a 4.8 40 being a 290-pound lineman, just because they teach you how to run and shave seconds off and all that. Why linemen run 40s, I'll never understand it.
Did you ever want to pursue it past college?
Yeah, I did. I had a drinking problem.
Copy that. Well, that will be, I guess, for another time. All right, folks.
No, I had opportunities when it counted. I took the college experience, just like most college people did, and not looking back, still could have had plenty of fun and not been as,
adventurous as you might say.
Yeah, adventurous as I was in college, but yeah, definitely had a good career, but could have done a heck of a lot better of just being a little bit more serious on a few things. But definitely still regret that. But no, I'm happy where my life has took me.
Well, listen, man, your intel and your intellect on that side of the game is very powerful to me because I didn't play and you did, and Yeah,
and I think the main thing with me that translates so well is, like I've said a few times to our listeners, is that we ran at the college I was at, even though it was a smaller school, we ran the Bill Walsh West Coast offense. We ran the Mike Shanahan run tree offense. We ran all of that. It was the same thing the Denver Broncos ran in the 90s because I played there in the late 90s, early 2000s. It was the exact same thing, exact terminology. I mean, hell, I'll go back and watch YouTube and watch old play calls, same blocking schemes, all that. And that's just what I know. I'm not going to tell you great about coverages and stuff like that, but I know offensive line play, which is the heart and soul of every good football team, because that's where it all starts.
And part of the thing is why we do this show is because we both have a passion for football, because I never really necessarily played it, but I have a passion for football, and I love to chat about football, and that's why we are just a couple guys talking football.
Couple guys.
All right. Well, hey.
But what? I will end it with this. At least the Pro Bowl is 100% accurate, and Shadur Sanders made the Pro Bowl.
Listen, he did something that Deion Sanders never did, and that's make a Pro Bowl his rookie year.
Even though Deion should have made it.
Listen,
he actually played.
Okay. Listen, I saw that Skip Bayless tweeted that we should all take in the greatness that Shedeur Sanders did not win Offensive Rookie of the Year. That he did not win Offensive Rookie of the Year, and we should take,
7 touchdowns to 10 interceptions, 1,400 yards passing, people.
Pro Bowler right there. I don't know if you guys saw too. Did you see when Joe Burrow's face was like with them, and he's like, "These are my Pro Bowl quarterbacks. These guys, these guys right here."
I hope next year. Let's see the Browns' schedule, but obviously Burrows isn't hurt, so Shedeur gets to see what a real quarterback looks like. Maybe Lamar Jackson. Oh, have you heard the rumors too about Lamar Jackson? How he's like a little kid. He doesn't take football serious, so he's playing video games. And
that's not shocking to me. Half of his decisions that he makes off the field definitely scream to me that he's not a mature individual from time to time. Yes, it's not a shocker to me.
Yeah, I guess what we should do maybe next show is way too early.
Way too early next year predictions? Ooh, I like it. Let's do it.
ESPN
way too early. Let's do it. Okay, next show later this week, if not early next, folks.
Or we could even review.
I like the way too early. Well, we can review that.
Unders.
Okay, well, we have a couple good ideas.
We got a couple of weeks to do stuff like this.
Yeah, we got plenty of time. And our audience loves us, so of course they're going to listen. So, all right, well, I'm going to let it go on that one, on that great note. But yeah, thanks for listening, but we are out.